Welcome to Crosby's Crew.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. The whole team is together, and welcome to Crosby's Crew. So we want to invite you into our idea of becoming a wine athlete. Someone who takes the discipline, routines, recovery, and celebration mindset of professional athletes and applies it to ordinary moments of life. This all comes together at the end of the day when we share a winning moment, raising a glass after giving our best that day, and finding connection around the dinner table with our family and friends.
So today we're going to be talking about how to win the dog days of summer. Summer starts with excitement, but it ends with sunburns, kids saying they're bored, and parents wondering if school can just start already. But maybe with the maybe with the right mindset and the right beverage, we can make these last bits of summer vacation just as enjoyable as the first. So we're going to cover a Spanish wine that we shared celebrating Keith's birthday when we were in Napa, then a rosé that made quite the impression on Keith and Holly while they were in France, and hear about the old world traditions that become a new way of living now that they're back home. And end with a Sauvignon Blanc that Mason and I enjoyed back in Wisconsin with a former teammate and his wife. So now it's time to kick it and sip it and make it. Mason, you need to take it away with a toast.
I will.
Yes,
all right,
please.
It's time for that toast. Everyone raise a glass.
Our white wine warm-up,
Yes,
at-large Sauvignon Blanc.
That's right. Always warming up with our at-large Sauvignon Blanc.
Don't want to pull a hammy?
Here's to the long evenings, the slower pace, the last adventures before the school bells ring, and remembering that life isn't measured by exciting moments alone, but by how fully we enjoy the ordinary ones. Cheers.
Cheers.
Love it. Cheers.
Hi, guys.
Holly and Keith Emerson back in the country, back to life, back to an early harvest.
Oh my gosh,
we're going to
the
dive into all
earliest.
that. But yes, Holly and Keith Emerson are wine companions and our wine athletes.
Don't leave home without them.
Yeah,
We're back in the saddle, baby.
they are
Back
our
in the
experts.
South.
Yeah,
We never were out of it,
I
actually,
know.
when it came to
Y'all have
drinking.
nice tans. I am jealous. Your tans are nice. So that's pretty awesome.
It is hot in Rome and the south of France.
Yeah, but the Mediterranean sure is nice.
Well, we're excited
Holly,
to be here, guys.
Those inflatables, were they like flip-flop
Oh,
pool floats
yeah.
that I saw on your
The
Instagram?
Javiana inflatable
in the Mediterranean.
rafts in the Mediterranean.
That was next level.
I know. I don't know where those came from, but my daughter was like, this will be mine today.
Yeah.
Well, will you guys take us through this very eclectic lineup that we have here? And we'll save some of the stories behind them until we get to them. But we are behind too on the leaderboard, Holly. So I'm going to pay attention to y'all's breakdown of these wines so that maybe we can make up a little ground with the blind taste testing.
These ones are easy today. Last one were very hard. These ones, I don't want to jinx
Well,
anything.
I don't know
but
about
these are easy.
comparing them. It's kind of, we'll see. Sorry. But they're easy drinking.
No,
and they're-
compared to the last one, that white Burgundy versus an Oregon Chardonnay.
Oh, that was
hard.
that was
These
challenging.
are
That was challenging.
easier
Sorry. Yeah.
To,
That was a tough one.
Yeah,
She was like doing the kid gloves on my
It
ego
was
That's right.
and like how I
hard.
fell off the
That's
pace.
right.
No,
I
it
remember
was
that.
hard. It
Yeah.
was hard.
That happened.
You're a wonderful runner. You're a great swimmer. You're doing great.
Yeah, these are easier to do blind, I think, because they're three very different wines. The thread of similarity is they're all delicious, they're all accessible, and they're all really the definition of summer.
Yep.
So,
Absolutely. Freshness,
you wanna
low
talk through?
alcohol, high acidity, clean, crisp, delicious. That's what we're going for today.
Yeah, so do you want to talk about the three wines?
Love it.
Yes, indeed. So we are doing 3 wines today. We're going to do 2 whites and a pink, just pink. And so the first white is going to be actually from Spain, from the Basque region in Spain. And it is a Txakolina. Yes, I said that. Txakolina. How do you say that? Is that how do you spell that? It's actually with a T followed by an X and then Alina. So Txakolina.
It's like that Gasolina song.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Every time I hear this, I'm like, Gasolina.
Chocolina.
So there's a few different names for it. Some call it Txakoli de Guetaria. Guetaria is a town there in the Basque Country, but then a lot of folks refer to it just as a Txakolina, or here when we're ordering at a restaurant, it's a Txakoli. But it's really low alcohol, really high acid, a little effervescence on it. So there's a little bit of a spritz, not a champagne or sparkling wine type
More
of spritz.
similar to a Vino Verde that we've had here on the past.
Yep, more similar to a Vino Verde, which is very close by. Very close by. The
Also
northern part of Portugal is where the Vino Verdes come from, and then the southern part, the southwestern part of of Spain is kind of where the Txakolinas come from. So anyhow, they're very similar, and the acid's high, like I said, the alcohol's low, and they're fresh and delicious summer wines. So we're talking summer wines today. And then Holly, what's the second wine we're doing?
The second wine is Just Pink. So we have name dropped our good friend Julien Fayard many times on this podcast. Julien is from...
I mean, he's been on it
Yeah, he has
times.
he's definitely he's walked in a couple of times and dropped wines. We were lucky.
We need to have an official time with him on and
he
actually
is
dive
incredible, but he's a mumbler, and French and English is not his first language. So
that's perfect.
Yeah, perfect, right?
We'll have a translator.
But he is from
But he's
Provence.
funny. He's really funny.
He is from the south of France. We just got back from the beach house he grew up going to, which was incredible. But he makes a wine called Just Pink, which is actually not made here in Napa. It's very easy to find here in Napa. It's imported. It's made exclusively for the United States. But this is made in Provence and then put on a container and trucked over. So this is not a man from Provence making a rosé in Napa. This is a man from Provence making wine in Provence and selling it here. So this is...
And with his family too, which I think is awesome. His family's over there making rosé for a living, and so he makes these wines with them. So it's pretty cool.
Incredible facility.
That's so awesome.
So it's so easy drinking. It's so fun. And, we'll get to our stories behind this, but that is the second wine. And then the third, when Molly said she had this in Wisconsin, we were like, yes, because I will take any excuse to drink Spottswoode. Spottswoode, anything, but the Sauvignon Blanc is so iconic is not the right word, but it is the right word when you're talking about Spottswoode and the Novak family, and Aaron Weinkauf, the winemaker who we adore, and Sarah Beer, who we've talked about here on this podcast as well. So it's really all of our friends. And
I just talked to Sarah Beer on my drive down Valley. She just flew into Manchester Airport in New Hampshire with Jonah, and they're going to see family and friends. They're going to go to a Red Sox game. They're going to have a great time. And I said, Sarah, please, real quick, give me 2 minutes on Spottswoode Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
And she did.
I love that.
And I was very lucky because Aaron,
2 minutes.
the winemaker who's been there he's celebrating his 20th harvest. He started in 2006 as assistant winemaker. He was viticulturist, and then he's been the winemaker for a long time after a string of very amazing women winemakers. His wife just texted me on my way home saying, are you going to that soccer tournament in Davis? I have tickets to Benson Boone, which I can't go, and I'm so sad about, but we're going to go visit Keith's mom. But anyway, we're very connected to all of these wines, but certainly the Spottswoode.
Absolutely, very connected.
Yeah. So that's the lineup.
Hey,
So Spottswoode, sorry, just
note,
real quick.
Since we're in the dog,
Go ahead, Mason.
I was just going to say, since we're in the dog days of summer and talking about that, and you mentioned the Red Sox, you got to be pretty happy with how the Red Sox
We went
have
to
been
the
playing
game on
lately.
Just went to
Wednesday.
watch them play the A's at that little temporary stadium in Sacramento, which I love.
Oh
I mean,
my
it makes it
gosh.
feel like you're just with the kids at the park. It's crazy.
It was
That's
so
awesome.
Kids can run around in the grass and stuff. It's really a cool little stadium.
Yeah, we were invited by some great friends, the Eagles, who have a house in Yountville and a house in Boston, and we went with them and our friend Austin, and we had a great little group, and
They're on a
watched
roll.
it.
You guys are having a summer.
This is I
yeah.
tried to explain to my daughter this, like, this is
Summer
not
of fun.
normal. Like get a job.
I just figured it's the last
That's
year for
true.
the girls, I mean, they won't be the last year, but at least the last year that they're in high school.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
All right, hit Spottswoode.
Okay, sorry,
and
real
then
quick
we're gonna
hit.
have Molly, then we're gonna have Molly taste these bad
Sorry,
boys.
guys. Spottswoode. One thing I think that's really interesting that Sarah reminded me of today, and that I remember Aaron telling me when we were at the winery visiting, is there's nothing in tank. Everything is fermented in small little vessels, and they have stainless steel little drums. They have normal French oak barrels, which you guys have seen and tasted out of a million times. They have concrete vessels, and they have amphora, so like clay vessels. And so all these different types of vessels, all these different small lot fermentations, a combination of different vineyards, all organically farmed from Napa and Sonoma counties. I don't know, pretty cool. I like the attention to detail, and I know how much attention to detail Aaron has on the wines and the family and the Novak family. So I just really respect that as a Sauv Blanc lover.
Yeah, there's so much texture, and that's
complexity.
Texture and complexity comes from that.
Well, it is so unique. Like they have the percentage of grapes from Napa and the percentage from Sonoma County, which
a lot of
I
transparency.
don't feel like is a normal thing. Where
you don't see it every day.
What, 40,
very transparent.
Does it say 42%?
43%
Napa and 53 Sonoma. That's just cool. It's like, oh man, all right, this is across that whole valley there.
And we've
So we
talked
could probably guess
about
that this is a true 13.5% too,
Yeah,
if they're that
I'm sure
exacting
that's
and everything.
true.
Exactly. And they use a touch of Semillon, just a little bit, like usually 5 or 7% Semillon, which just brings texture. It's a nice kind of oily texture to it. And it comes in at really low alcohols, and so low sugars. And so it's a low alcohol kind of blender. It's a blender that lowers the alcohol and brings weight and texture, which is perfect. 5%.
And because we've talked about organic on the podcast and in many ways, and I heard that Keith did mention organic, this is a family, and this is a winery that takes it very seriously, and they take it steps further. They're very big on sustainability as well. I mean, I know Aaron drives an electric car for that reason. They don't travel as much, and like just because of balancing air travel and just travel in general, carbon footprint. So they really, they take that very seriously. They've looked into planting different varietals that will do better as potentially the climate gets hotter. So they really, it's not a trendy thing they put on a label. This is very much a lifestyle and very much something that they take very seriously throughout all of their practices in the winery, not just their grape growing. So tons of respect
and
for
funny
them.
enough, it's not on the label, right?
Exactly.
That's just how, like on the front, it's how they live.
Exactly.
But then it's organically farmed, not organically made, because it does have sulfites.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which is what we like. We want to save the sulfites.
Yeah.
It'll make
And
it
we
taste
like-
better
We
in
wanna keep
10
the
years. I
funk out of
promise.
our wine.
Farming is the most important part.
and we like
in that
wineries
regard.
that don't need to put it on the label to be trendy. They actually just believe in that lifestyle in general.
Live it and produce it that way.
Yeah, they're
for
very
sure.
Well, and that's our goal
sincere.
here.
Very, very, they're very
Good,
sincere.
good wine only done the right way.
Exactly.
And as far as farming goes, we've said it before, but everything we put in the vineyard, everything we spray in the vineyard is going to eventually end up in the creeks. It's going to end up in the rivers and end up in the waterways. So that's just how it works. And so you have to be responsible.
For sure. Yeah. And they certainly are. So big fans. Big
All right.
big
Well,
fans.
I think Molly's getting ready to tace. No, you're going to take your earbud out and you're going to walk over there so then I can tell them, because I'm going to mix up the order so that it's not just in line with how we talked about
Well, I
it.
don't want to get the rosé right just because it's pink. I think I could close my eyes and you could just hand it to me and you'd know. And I wouldn't.
Okay.
I'd like to mix things up a little.
All right. We're going to do a
I'm going to
truly
be so embarrassed if I don't get the
truly
rosé.
you're gonna be
blind.
okay. You're going to be okay.
Oh, this is interesting. Okay, let's do.
Honestly, the rosé
Chocolate's
is
gonna
so
be a
light.
little
The color is
effervescent.
so light. You can look at that's the rosé.
Here,
You can
watch
barely
this.
even see.
I'm going to write it down and put it on the screen so that y'all, you know which one I handed her.
Wait, I'm going to smell
I
it.
thought it was your guys' turn.
I feel like Mason did one after I bombed.
Okay. Okay.
This smells really.
Okay, so I've been talking you through this. Think about when we went to Zuzu in Napa, but
could just
also
close your
texture-wise,
eyes. We
seem.
trust you.
That's the chocolate.
Think about that effervescence. Think about that Vino Verde, similar.
it's not.
Don't second guess yourself. Go with your gut. Don't overthink.
I mean, yeah,
It's a little fizzy.
Perfect.
It's fizzy. It's got
Nobody else
Txakolina.
is going through a secondary
Txakoli.
fermentation and is busy. Like this is go with your gut. If there's a little bit of fizz and
Now,
effervescence,
did you say champagne has the secondary fermentation, right? Just
Yeah.
connecting dots here.
You see what I'm holding up? And
yeah, I got it. Okay, the next one.
Just by smell, I almost feel like it's the rosé.
Gosh, Molly, go with your gut, baby.
Only because I can barely smell it.
Which is
Why don't
good.
you just shut your
It's
eyes?
a
You
very,
can't even
very
drink
subtle
I want
wine.
to be legit, Mason. I want
Just
to be
shut
legit.
your
She's a
eyes.
wine athlete. She's a wine professional. Nothing to see her,
I know.
folks. She
That
is
means,
killing
if
it. Oh
you're
my
a pro,
gosh,
you
she's
can just shut
really
your eyes
not
and-
even trusting herself to close her eyes. Like she's also covering.
No, what,
I want to be a cheater.
what are you
So
talking about?
funny.
Just close
Okay.
your eyes.
I love
try the
it.
other one.
I love it.
What other one?
There's a third one.
But yes,
okay.
you can taste the third to see.
This is what? Put your hand down.
She's really taking this.
I don't understand this right now.
Wow, this just smells.
I've never witnessed this before. Someone that just can't shut their eyes and not.
Okay, I'm just worried I'll be a cheater.
She's
I don't
just taking this very
That's
seriously.
we need to dive deeper into this.
Yeah, I know. Is anybody a therapist that wants to
the
come on?
psyche that she doesn't trust herself
It's
to just
not
keep
that
her
I don't
eyes
trust
closed.
myself. It's for the audience at
No,
home.
but-
I just want there to be no question.
Molly-
No one questions
Molly,
you. You're
these
the most
are
trustworthy
so-
person.
Blanc.
this is-
That's the Sauvignon Blanc.
They're so distinct and gosh,
Molly,
this,
we all trust you.
They're
This
all.
smells.
This
like
was an
Sauvignon
easy
Blanc.
one.
I was right. I opened my eyes.
All right, Molly went 3 for 3 there.
So I'm
man.
still 2 back on the leaderboard.
was-
I'd like us to keep that in mind
That was a
for the
good one.
next wines that we choose. They need to be a doozy.
I know.
I don't know.
We gotta
I think
do hard
I think
this
she
time.
looked.
I'm not even.
She
I'm not
definitely
even
did not
perturbed
look.
by that.
She definitely did not
because
look.
it doesn't bother me.
She looked at the rosé and said, "Is that just a little bit pink?"
Just a little bit pink. That's why it's
That's not
just
just,
pink.
just pink.
Just pink. Do not overthink it. So you did
Keith,
great.
is there a package from the Packer Pro
Yes.
Shop?
It is
anywhere
sitting
near you
in front of me.
Audrey has almost X-Acto knifed her way into this so many times. So this
She's just
when
trying to
we-
do a little slice and try to
Yeah,
seal it back
like,
up.
I
When
taught
we
her how to
went
do
to Napa,
I taught her how to.
I used to do that.
when we went to Napa celebrating Keith's birthday, we didn't get to do it in person.
Oh my
Packer Pro
goodness,
Shop has
guys.
never let me
Look at
down
this. This
before.
is like that reveal. This is big time. This is like super social media
We're about
stuff.
to get a whole new audience because we're doing
An unpacking.
Holy moly! Are you kidding me?
it's just the right vintage
Oh, you guys.
for
you gotta be kidding me.
1976. Well, we were
Wow.
trying to think what none of your wine friends would give you.
That's amazing.
Thank you guys.
It's a
That's
good
amazing.
vintage.
Yeah.
Well, now you have to come
Happy
on, sign
birthday.
it.
Belated birthday, but
Wow.
yeah, we've had a bottle of 76 wine together, and yeah, you gotta have gotta rock the jersey.
So we go
Wow.
to Napa. We go out to celebrate Keith's 50th birthday, which also coincides with the year of the Judgment of Paris, right? And they take us to their favorite Spanish restaurant because they thought, and they were correct, they'll have never had the wines that they have here. Molly and Mason will have never tried it. I definitely would have never ordered that wine ever. And now I'm like, it's like a better 7-Up, you know?
Yeah.
Better said.
Exactly.
That's why we took you there, because it's an intimidating. It doesn't have to be
better
an
7-Up.
intimidating wine list, just like Txakolina
Yeah.
doesn't have to be an intimidating wine. And for listeners who have ever been to a Spanish restaurant and saw Txakolina on a list and not ordered it strictly because
It's scary looking.
it doesn't make any sense.
It's scary.
We're encouraging you to. It doesn't
Hey,
make
you
sense.
guys
but
have
do
any
it.
Txakoli? Boom. That's all you need to ask.
Or
Just throw it out there.
Or don't be afraid to be
Surprise
like,
people.
hey, there's a wine. It has a weird name. It has an X in it. It's slightly effervescent. They're going to know what you're talking about. Just
Or you
go
could
in
just say,
with
do you have
confidence.
one of those kind of slightly fuzzy wines that I like to drink when I'm deciding what to drink?
Slightly fuzzy.
Perfect. Yes.
Exactly.
So this is our Spanish Sauv Blanc
Yes,
with a little.
exactly.
A little bit of
little-
effervescence.
You see me
upward
tie that
twist?
together? Yeah.
That was really nicely done. So you did kind of mention it almost as like Gatorade too, I think, which ties in nicely with the start of Packers training camp and your Packers jersey.
Excellent.
But
Perfect.
so we were there celebrating the birthday, trying these new wines, and then we tried. We're not going to call it an old wine because 50 is definitely
It
not
was super
old,
old.
but it was
Mature.
the oldest wine we've
It's-
ever had.
Mature.
Right? That was the oldest one. Have you ever had a wine older than 50 years, Mason?
I don't know if I have, and I've never had one that was like rusty, like brown. Like it was just so interesting.
Yeah.
We were pretty nervous to taste it.
The color didn't match
Yeah.
The
palette,
the fruit, yeah.
thankfully.
It's interesting, you know, there's such learning experiences, especially when we have food in front of us and when you're around a table of friends. I mean, it's just fun to experience it together. You know, it might not be something you want 2 glasses of, but it's just fun. Or 3 glasses of.
Yeah.
That happened.
It's just fun because we learn together and we get to taste these things together and see how they mature and then how it evolves in the glass too, how it evolves over that hour or so that it's open. In our case, maybe 40 minutes, but it just, you learn a lot, And that to me is part of wine. I mean, that just, it makes it so fun. It's just, that's part of it.
Yeah. And sometimes you open a wine. We actually had a really amazing wine weekend with some friends. And our friend Matt Clancy, who we talk about a lot on the podcast because he brings crazy wine to our house, he brought a magnum of 08 Bond by Harlan. And Sarah Beer, who we mentioned earlier, who's associated with Spottswoode, brought an 08 Magnum of Duckhorn, both Cabernets, and it was pretty
Awesome.
They were great.
amazing to see. And then he also brought a 1990, but
1990,
La Fleuve Batard Montrachet,
Yeah,
which
Batard
was
Montrachet.
arguably
A very
one of
fancy
the
white wine from
sickest
Burgundy.
wines I've
Like
ever
one of
had
the
in my
best
life.
white wines from Burgundy.
But a lot of times, so here's
That's
2
wild.
Napa Valley Cabernets, both very iconic producers. It was amazing to see how different they were in their
Totally.
progression in general. And one,
Yeah, that's always the best.
and sometimes when you open a really old wine, you like the one we had at Zuzu, you have to make the decision: does this need a decant, or do we need to drink this fast because it's gonna die?
Yeah.
And a lot of times a wine will.
It'll go downhill
have
in
to-
your glass.
soon as it hits
once
oxygen,
it has some
yeah.
oxygen.
Yeah.
Where I think we had that Duckhorn on our counter for
I tried it for 2 days.
a few days.
It was kind of fun to have these partial bottles on our counter because that's part of what
Yeah, that's what he
geeky
does.
winemakers do is you taste the wine over a few days. You guys have heard me do I talk about the 7-day test and all that. But yeah, you taste, there's still I'm pointing at a really nice Barolo over there that I'm going to
Ooh,
taste
I love
again today.
Barolo.
That'll be day 4.
So sometimes you have
Nice.
to make that call when you open something. Does this need a decant, or does this need a let's drink it fast because it's not going to get better, it's going to get worse?
Yeah.
Not
like
worse
that.
is the wrong word, but it's going to die. So it's going to get worse. Yeah.
So what's the oldest bottle of wine y'all have ever had?
I've had at Burns Steakhouse in Florida, I've had some wines from the late 1800s.
Whoa.
More ports.
Seriously?
That's what I was going to say. Was,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
coming over on an actual, like from a ship, like it's like in the old.
But I was
old
at
bottles.
BLT Steak back in the day, and I feel like we had a first growth from the 20s, but was there first growth in the 20s?
That would have been awesome.
my first growth Bordeaux wines
First
were the
growth,
50s, or the 60s. Sorry.
But we've had wine from the 50s from Louis Martini.
Yeah, for sure.
So, for
40s,
sure.
40s and
Obviously,
50s
things from the 50s.
Louis Martini.
Obviously.
Hmm. But
Well, we've got
the
a little
first,
bit of work to
French
do to
wines
get
I had
past
were in the
76.
60s, yeah.
Okay. I had something. I'm going to
Wow.
text my friend Dan Warlow and be like, what was that?
But the ports, like 1800s, you can find like 1895 or 1885 ports that, are someone has found and will pour for a group
Nice.
after dinner. And that's fun. So those are the oldest wines
Well,
I've had.
but something you said really stands out to me that I think sometimes not being, I mean, we are industry now, right, Mason?
Yeah,
It's
for
the
sure.
industry.
For sure.
Okay.
yeah.
we'll claim that. But sometimes I think there's almost like a fear of we have to make the perfect decision, and where you all are more like
open
it's just
open it,
it's just try it all.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that you should lower your expectations, but be open to more experiences. And it kind of reminds me of what you did going to that Red Sox game, where it's like you didn't know if you were going to like it as much as you like your other experiences, like in Boston or whatever, but you went down and tried it and you loved it. And this would have been really fun to drink in the World Cup final. I know I'm not as up on soccer.
true.
I don't know things.
A little Spanish.
Somebody
victory.
does.
Oh my gosh.
How did we feel? How did we feel
Sorry
about that
about your-
final? How did we
yeah.
feel about that win? I know you guys weren't happy with who was in the final, probably because
No,
you guys
Yeah, France
your
didn't-
alternate game.
France didn't get it
Holly
done.
will take this
Wow.
one.
I know. I'm a little bit obsessed with all of this. Both Audrey and I had had Spain to win the whole thing because logically that was what made sense. And so I thought Spain was an amazing team. I thought they played a great game in the final.
Their defense was just
Was
unbelievable.
unstoppable. They were fantastic. So I liked Spain, but I had a more emotional attachment to France, and then really fell in love with England too. And so to me, and I know a lot of people share this view, the France-England game, to me, the third place game was my final. Like, I just thought it was such a beautiful game. Sportsmanship wise, goal wise, I mean, to score that many goals, obviously it
was wide open.
I loved everybody. I just thought the camaraderie, and I thought it was a beautiful game. I think the Argentina-Spain game was not as beautiful, and I was very happy that Spain pulled it off despite a lot of.
Well, Argentina just like was kind of. I mean, they won ugly the whole tournament.
Totally,
I mean, it was just
100%.
kind of they just kind of found their way and gritted through, and found ways to win some of these games. And I became a huge. I actually became a really big Jude Bellingham fan. After
You and the
this
rest of the
tournament.
world.
Like, just his work rate and the way he like sold out for his country and his national team. It was like I was so impressed with how he played. So
100%. Pure
definitely
class.
definitely a guy that I'm going to be following more closely.
When he gave the penalty to Saka, where it would have Jude would have had the record for the most goals, but he gave it to Saka to be able to have a hat trick that game was pure class.
hat-trick.
So the fact that he got the goal later, I was just so thrilled. So thrilled.
You can just tell, he's unselfish.
Yeah. Great player. And they're all
that was
young,
awesome.
you know?
That's what it's about.
People you want to play with, right?
Yeah,
Teammates you want.
we're going to get Holland back. We're getting Mbappe back. We're getting Bellingham back. Like, they're all young. They have so many more World Cups in them. And so, bless their hearts. I love them. So, to me, England and France was the final. But in the actual final, I was thrilled it was Spain. And I thought they played a great game, despite the odds against them.
That makes perfect sense. I wasn't sure how you were going to spin that, but now that you've gone through it, it makes perfect sense. And we will not hesitate to bust open some Txakolina next time.
Heck yeah.
You know, we're watching
Always Txakolina.
those players back on their
Txakoli.
Or Rioja,
on their regular team.
Viva España.
Spanish wines
Or
are great.
Yeah.
Spanish wines are
They
great.
really are great. So we do have, kind of for your playbook, we have a play here.
Tell me.
To pass on to our listeners, which is to not let the calendar decide when you celebrate. If the original date doesn't work, just move it, but don't miss the moment. Because we were pretty late to the game for
We're
Keith's
super late.
birthday.
We keep celebrating. Yeah, we just
But
keep
we
sending
really
stuff.
enjoyed it, and it was worth being in person. And now we're gonna have to get him in that jersey back at Lambeau
I feel
somehow
like 50,
someday.
50 is a full year for sure.
Full
You
year.
celebrate it until
yeah.
you turn
For sure.
51.
So
I
proud.
thought I was 29.
Who knew?
No?
Who
50?
knew?
Huh.
Perfect.
Go figure.
Mason's grandmother, I think we've said this
Is
before.
50?
What
35.
birthday did she end at? She ended at 35, and then she started celebrating the anniversary
anniversary
of her 35th
I celebrated
birthday.
the
So,
annuals of my
goals.
29th for a while.
Those are goals, but we're also goals are making sure that your wine is stored correctly. So we're going to have a quick cut to one of our sponsors, Perlick, and be back after that.
One of the best things about this podcast is how it connects our love of wine with the people and companies who share that passion.
Like Perlick Refrigeration. We first crossed paths through Mason's work with Sartori Cheese and Make-A-Wish, where Mason met Jeff Schwager, who's now on Perlick's board and an investor in one of our favorite Napa wineries, Ovid.
Perlick has been setting the standard for wine storage for over a century, and their wine refrigeration is second to none, because great wine deserves perfect care.
We're proud to have Perlick as part of Crosby's crew, keeping our wine at the perfect temp, from the first pour to the last drop.
All right, we are back to segment number 2, and this is going to be the Keith and Holly show. I mean, we just want to know how to be French. We want to know how to be Italian. We're off to a solid start with our Just Pink, which I feel like deserves its own episode. That's so fun.
Yeah, just tell us about your trip. Tell us about this Julien Fayard's Just Pink, and like just kind of fill us in with what went on your European adventure.
And what old world traditions should we be paying attention to? What should we be doing at home?
All right, good questions.
Naps and rosé.
Naps and rosé.
Naps and rosé.
I think it actually goes rosé and then you can
yes,
nap.
That's correct. Rosé and then naps.
It helps a deep sleep. So we had a couple days in Rome, but most of our time was in the south of France, and Rome was incredibly hot, but beautiful. And the greatest thing about that was being able to go and drink a 12 € liter of white wine that was delicious. That was definitely my favorite part. Wineless prices were great, so we drank very well there. But the goal of the trip was
ate well.
We ate very, very well. My gosh.
The kids were stuffing themselves with pasta every day.
Yeah, it was, and I know, prosciutto and gelato, and yeah. It was definitely, the food and wine is great. And the key was not overthinking. I mean, we did have a very fancy dinner that everybody recommended, and it was spectacular and a very memorable meal. But the memorable meals were just the street food, getting the sandwich and a cup of white wine that were delicious. And that to me was my favorite. That wine is so, I felt very, very accessible.
Yeah, I agree.
Everywhere we went.
Just,
and it was
part
simple.
Of it. It wasn't,
it was inexpensive.
A plastic cup of white wine with this unbelievable sandwich with this prosciutto, this sliced, and oh man.
Yeah, no, that was pretty amazing. And I felt the same in France. Like it was, we drank so much rosé, and the difference I think there and here is we were getting home here when we get home late, and sometimes we'll invite people over, or we'll all stop and let's have a nightcap. And it's always chartreuse, it's tequila, it's a little sip of something. There, we'd get home at midnight and open a bottle of rosé.
Yeah. Because it's hot, and you're right there looking at the ocean, and you keep it clean, and you keep it fresh, and you keep it kind of low alcohol and just kind of steady all day and night.
They just don't really drink hard alcohol as much. And Julien was saying we don't. Okay, yeah, but we did not, and we did. Well, he was saying that when he was here, and they do drink. They don't drink beer. Maybe that's what
they don't drink beer.
They don't drink beer.
No. Don't drink as much beer.
But I tried to think about this podcast, and I tried to think about the episode we did about, I only drink European wines because I don't get a headache. Yes. And I think the two major factors, because we drank a ton of wine. We didn't have any hard alcohol really. No. We drank a ton of wine, and we were getting home at midnight and drinking yet another 2 to 3 bottles of rosé. I don't think it has to do, and again, we were drinking Just Pink there, and Julien's family wine made in the same facility. It's not the wine. It's when you're on vacation. There's no cortisol. There's no
shout out to Chateau Saint Marguerite.
Chateau Saint Marguerite, his family's winery. You're also eating all day, right? And we've said that before, like. If you're eating, you metabolize things different, and to just not have stress. Like if you've had no stress, 2 naps, 9 sandwiches, 4 plates of
Yeah,
pasta.
there really is that
2
nap time, though.
roasted chickens.
Yeah, we learned all about that. It was like, oh, you really are not going to be around for the next 3 hours. Okay, well, what should we do? Let's go swimming. Let's go down snorkeling, or let's
You're
take a
so
walk,
European, Mason.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely resonate with
Mason's
this
been having his
part of
nap
the culture.
for a while.
I love that.
Yeah.
Always.
I've been trying.
I've always been a napper.
He's been
I've had
napping
And
few
it's,
naps
but
since
it
we've
is
been
that,
back.
like you're saying, it's
That's what it is.
like,
It's not
and again,
the
the part of
alcohol.
Crosby's crew and our, what we're doing here is not just trying to get people to drink. It's not like we're trying to say, like, live this life
Live this
that is
life.
not going to just overwhelm you with stress
Yeah.
and all the
Yes.
duties
Exactly.
of, all the time things. Like, take those moments to, just enjoy time with family, friends, and like people that you care about, and enjoy a bottle of wine together.
enjoy
I mean,
Enjoy
even
something.
football players get a halftime.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
need to take
Yeah.
a break.
And I hope that
you
the
need to take a break.
listeners,
And I can
honestly, I hope that, sorry, Molly, I hope that the listeners understand that we, that we're emphasizing the lifestyle, like Mason just said, we're emphasizing just relaxing and enjoying where you are and what you're doing. And we're not trying to push wine down your throat. That's for sure. Yep.
No.
Yeah. And if it's working hard, and then it's like, all right, like that was crazy day and all that. Like, look at the people that are around you and say, hey, we're going to share in something, and it might as well be a nice, just a bottle of wine that you enjoy. So
Yeah.
find that.
And
I'm
slowing
going to go
down.
out on a little bit of a limb here. But I will say that Wisconsiners do this super well.
Oh, they do.
Where
sure.
they work so hard. I mean, especially we're pretty intentional. We feel like the state of Wisconsin has done a lot for us, and our 2 title sponsors are both Wisconsin-based companies.
Yes.
They churn out some incredible products, but you guys have been there. When you go to a Packer game, people are full tilt relaxed.
Yeah.
Like they are committed to each other. They're committed to the game. Halftime is definitely Gatorade for all. That's not Gatorade.
They just know how to lean into the moments.
They know how to lean into
yeah.
the moments, and it makes those family ties run so deep, which from the brief amount of catch up we did, I think that was the big thing in
100%.
France
100%.
was getting to be with your dear friend,
Yeah.
your dear friend's family,
100%.
observing their routines. It's rosé, it's beach,
Yeah.
it's nap, it's work,
Yeah.
it's rosé.
Chill,
nap.
as they say.
Chill.
And,
Chill,
and
chill.
this is
It's delicious.
Chill.
And we
Chill,
were
chill.
able to understand Julien more. Like we have a lot of dinner parties with him, and there's a lot of times that I go up there and I'm like, it's 7:00. Like I can't even find him, and he's taking a nap. And
Or
he
on the
hasn't,
computer.
He's taking a
and he
nap.
hasn't started cooking. And like I'm like, how many people are coming? And he was like, I don't know, like either like 5 or 20, and then like 19. Like we have no idea. And going to France and seeing like that's what they do, and it totally
Doesn't matter
made sense.
how many
It
people come.
It
Doesn't
completely
matter.
made sense. Like
You make it work.
just figure it out.
when we had lunch,
figure it
people
out.
are coming at noon to have lunch. So I was like ready. They got there at 2. We had lunch at 7. And at one point, and I said, "How many people?" And he was like, "I don't know." And at one point, Keith was on the grill, and he said, "Can
I'm
you
always
count
on the grill."
people?" And there was
yes, you are.
19 people there, and
19.
we were like, "Okay." For lunch.
Oh, in
And
France.
so-
Yeah. No, there was 23, I count.
Okay. So, and it
For
was a
lunch at
lesson to
7.
me
I love it.
to really like, I get frustrated with Julien here, and now I'm like, oh, I get it, because look at how incredible this is. And now I just have so much more respect for him. I've always had, but even more, I love him even more seeing that he is
You saw him
bringing
in
that
his
here.
element.
Yeah.
Yes, and he is bringing that here, and it wasn't.
He brings it here, and we
Yeah.
all get to experience it. And he's so generous and hospitable.
Oh, he's the
and,
best.
and people, all these Americans and wherever they're from, end up at his house just enjoying his hospitality. So.
Yeah, so I
Just
really
pink.
have to keep
love
reminding
that.
myself, don't try and make Julien American, make yourself more French.
Yeah.
Because the lifestyle was absolutely just so much more chill and amazing. So
Chill.
I'm trying to be more like Julien and not trying to make him more like
Yeah.
crazy.
And going back to,
Well, I
back
think
to
that's
Molly's.
what's great is you go to his place, right? And then you're like, now I
Yeah,
get it.
and I
think
choose
that's like
his.
part of this too. Is like
I choose the South of
if you go to
France.
someone's house, step into their step into their space.
100%.
Like
Try their
you're
wine.
Don't try to. Yeah, it's like go and do. Molly does an awesome job of like when she goes to someone's house.
I am good at this.
Like vacation Molly and all that. She'll
love
just like
vacation.
I have a
fully
name,
immerse.
Vacation Molly.
Like she goes
I love it.
goes
I am
all
good
in.
on
So
vacation.
just never. Yeah. Don't.
Well, we have friends that we were meeting up with, and they were like, "Oh, I'm embarrassed. Like, what if you don't like this wine?" I'm like, "You are opening a bottle of wine for me from your thing. Like, I want to drink your wine your way."
Yeah.
Just like I drink Carlo Rossi
Perfect.
with
Someone
my dad,
opening
and
their
I
home and
enjoy
letting you
every
in.
second of it with the ice cubes in my.
That's what
little
Holly and
cup.
I do too.
100%.
Wherever we're invited and someone wants to open something for us, we're gonna enjoy it.
Well, and I used to be intimidated.
It's hard
cooking
to invite
for a
people
chef.
over.
No, it shouldn't be. That's what we were trying to do, invite people over. We've had impromptu dinner parties now, which I am so happy about. And I remember one time being intimidated to cook for a chef, and a chef was like, never. We're so happy for any food anybody cooks for us.
Yeah.
that we don't have to prepare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Were you gonna say something, Keith?
Yeah, but I can't remember what it was.
he's old.
Yeah, I'm 50.
But anyway,
We
it was
lost
an
it.
It was
amazing
something
time.
about
We
what
learned
Molly
a lot.
had said
We
before.
want a nap.
Yeah, exactly.
We just want a nap.
We want
more.
to nap. I don't want to lose it though in all of this fun. This rosé is crazy good. I will be ordering. We're designing, our new house. We've got our Perlick wine towers
Yes.
and like all the things going on. And
exciting.
we've created a few spaces for what we would call like our house wines. We want to have our at large and our fancy Vineyard 29 and all of the things. And there will certainly be a dedicated space where we'll have at minimum 10 to 12 bottles of just pink at any moment,
drink
because
it.
this is really delightful.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Very easy.
Just
drinking.
easy.
It's very easy.
Just
Open
chill,
this bad
chill.
boy by the
Just
pool.
pink.
No
I
doubt.
will say I had another French rosé that I really liked, and it just got toppled right off the top. Just gone. Because this is,
Agreed.
It's delicious.
it's not serious, but it's substantial. Like I'd be very proud to serve this to my friends.
Oh yeah.
Love that.
And I do feel like these impromptu dinner parties or lunches that start at 7, as long as you have the right bottles of wine
For sure.
waiting, everyone's fine.
Everybody is
And a few little
so
snacks.
fine.
For sure.
And that's what
A few little
Julien always
snacks.
tells me.
Lots
He's
of
like,
snacks.
everybody's fine. Simmer down. Relax. Just relax. Everybody's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got the play.
Oh, we
We've
got a
got
play
the
for
play
this
for
one.
this wine. So to add to your playbook, the best souvenir isn't something you buy; it's a habit you bring home.
Yep. 100%.
I like that.
I love that.
Naps,
Naps.
rosé,
Naps
and naps.
Naps and rosé.
I would like to say, I would like, my hope with our podcast and what we're doing here is I would like wine to become very normal at all times of day and in all types of glasses or cups.
Yes, you would.
Because we
Molly.
because we went out to lunch yesterday. We went out for brunch, and
my girl right
Mason
there.
and I we were the only ones. I was like, how can I have brunch without Sancerre? Or I think that's what you ended up ordering.
I did have
We've
something.
created a monster.
I'll have an Arnold Palmer.
You really have.
love
You've
it.
created a monster.
A Molly monster. I do remember from when I studied in Italy, it was so normal there.
Yeah.
And no shade thrown on beer.
Well, that was
I'm
all we
just
had
not
yesterday,
a beer
though.
person.
It was like we had Sancerre with brunch, and then
We didn't
I wasn't
have dinner
feeling
wine.
amazing, so I took a nap, and like I'm fully immersed in like the.
He's so European.
The European
so
culture.
Very European.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's the soccer player in me. It was like you train hard in the morning, like you maybe have a game. I think it was like all those tournaments. You'd play a
He
game.
didn't have a game yesterday. I'm
but
just saying.
I just like my body
If I
just like this
did.
is how I.
Did
how I
Nolan
work.
have a game? Well, how's Nolan's
Oh, I'm sorry.
soccer career going?
I only played sports like at a
We're
high
like,
level.
you don't know what you're
until
talking about,
41
Mason.
years old.
Les Maisons
That
Crosby.
happened.
Get
I
out of
believe
here. Maison.
We're the worst.
that happened. No, I want to be able to drink wine any time of day and have it be normal in my house. That's fine.
Are you saying like? Are you asking permission?
We
Like that's
I'm
how
not.
you
We
are.
give
I'm
you
making,
permission.
Yeah.
I'm making
She's like,
a
I want
statement.
to. What are we
But
doing?
I will say,
need to go to the next
you
segment.
don't have to cross the Atlantic to slow down. You can just go to a lake in Wisconsin.
There we go.
Which takes us to
Fair.
our third segment.
Lakes in
We went up
Wisconsin.
to Wisconsin.
Yeah, tell us about your summer.
We had the best time. We did pull tabs, Lake Minocqua. We might have talk about creating monsters. Felicity was talking about pull tabs today.
Yeah, pull tabs. Have you ever done pull tab?
No.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Y'all have to come and do a Wisconsin
bring
lake
your jersey.
trip with
We'll
us.
go to training camp or something.
Yep.
And
Next year.
we'll take you up to a Wisconsin lake because first of all, those people would know what to do with this rosé. They'd have no problem.
They
Riding
take it
around
down
a boat.
quick.
So you go pull tabs in Wisconsin at most of the bars around, but whenever we're up there in Minocqua on Lake Tomahawk, we have our spots, and it's a machine with these little cardboard, like
I've won $500 before.
it's got
It's
3
gambling.
or 4 little tabs that you just flip up, and it's like if you get certain things in line, it's basically slot machines.
It tells you if you win.
Manual slot machine.
They let kids do it in
It's
Wisconsin.
like a scratch off. It's like
Is
lottery.
it indoor or
But you don't
outdoor?
scratch, you pull.
Like it,
It's anywhere.
you
Well,
like
I mean, it's
buy them?
inside the machine. It's like it's just like a vending machine, and you just buy them.
We have
you
a
pull them
child.
out, and then you pull the tabs, and I won, and then they cash
They
you
give
out.
you money.
It's like a
They bring
lottery
out
ticket.
the metal. They put the metal
It's a
bucket
lottery
on the
ticket in the bar.
and you do about like 40 at a time.
It's a
Basically,
lottery
you just-
ticket in a
Everybody's there
bar
pulling
for children.
tabs.
I love this.
I'm on my
What
way.
could go
For
I
wrong?
want to go.
What could go wrong?
I
But we're
can tell you
pulling
what
ta-
can go wrong. Our kids are still talking about it and wanting to pull more.
Oh,
pull
all right.
tabs.
We went to
You're trying to pull tabs. You're trying to pay for your drinks, basically.
Yeah.
But it's a huge moneymaker for the bars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
I
We
know how it
went,
works.
Just like a casino.
yeah. Okay. All right. I'm all in.
So we went up to Wisconsin. Unfortunately, the smoke was a real thing from those.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Canadian
I can't
fires.
imagine what it was like in Canada
Yeah, it was bad.
because we came down from the clouds and it was almost like an apocalypse. It cleared up okay for the wedding, but it was still great. We got 24 hours at the lake. Mason had his charity softball game for Make-A-Wish, Wisconsin, which was amazing.
Such a great organization.
And while we were in Green Bay, one of our dear friends, one of Nolan's former soccer players, soccer teammates, his grandmother knows how much I love rhubarb. Of all, like we got to see her house and her gardens and her homegrown rhubarb. So they kept Nolan on the night that we went to the wedding. And when we went to pick them up, I was gifted a freshly baked rhubarb pie.
I didn't get to try.
Oh, that's
Nice.
love right
We
there.
took down
That's love.
to the Grand Geneva Hotel to meet up with Jordy and Emily Nelson,
Love too.
former teammates who you guys love, big fans of Vineyard 29, all great wine.
Such great people.
And we ended up sitting out on a patio with that rhubarb pie, which was almost more like a gooey butter cake.
I didn't have any. I fell asleep early
Mason
that
tapped
night.
out early, and Jordy and Emily produced out of their suitcase a bottle of Spottswoode Sauvignon Blanc that they had bought
That's where this came
in
from.
Green Bay from the bottle room
Yay.
with Christine and Justin, who introduced
best.
us to you. Yep, the very
All
best.
ties together.
And we were out there till maybe like, I don't know, 1 a.m,
Love it.
eating rhubarb pie and drinking Spottswoode.
Perfect.
And Molly flew back
Sauvignon
to
Blanc.
Tennessee at 6, 7 o'clock the next morning. And
6, 7.
yeah,
Sometimes you got to do it.
don't do that.
One or the other.
Oh, I just wish we would have had a second bottle of this, but we finished the pie. I mean, we were back somewhere in the hotel restaurant, like stashing the pie pan. It was wild. But what's your favorite part about when you go back to Wisconsin? I mean, you're heading back tomorrow. When are you
I'll
going
be back on, I'm heading back August 6th.
I think Mason still lives there.
I'll be back in Wisconsin a lot.
No
So if
secret
y'all
families.
have any, I mean, you're starting harvest. It sounds like stuff is going because I want to make sure we hit on that because like this is a wild time. Oh, we're showing the
It's like
grapes. So
actual
Gotta go
grapes.
watch
The
us on
first-
YouTube and watch the
first
videos,
week of
'cause
harvest. Here we are.
you are seeing first grapes from the
munching
first
these grapes, which
first week of
Yeah,
harvest. You're eating them. Oh my
I
god!
pulled these
that's
right
unbelievable.
before
aren't we
I left
there?
the winery. They're
question.
ready to go.
That's
We're gonna
unreal.
pick on Thursday, so we're 72
Well, I
hours
want
out.
to talk about this. Like,
Where's he?
we got to talk about this. for a
Wait,
moment.
Keith, is it just like you tasting it and you're like, everyone's just sitting there waiting and you're like, it's time?
It's
kind
time.
of, yeah.
How do you
has to call a
actually
pick.
scientifically go, it's time? Yes.
Yeah, he calls a
You
pick.
called
It's
the
time.
play. You called
It's
the play.
it's so much
go time.
teamwork. I mean, there's several of us communicating, but yeah, when it finally tastes ready, based on numbers, we ran analysis, we pulled samples and ran analysis, but then I just went and walked all the blocks myself and tasted and said, all right, let's rock and
go.
roll. Let's do it Thursday. So yeah, and I like to give 72 hours notice. It's polite to the farming companies.
And this is the time when you can do that. There's times later
it gets
during
a little
harvest
crazier when the harvest
there's
gets busier.
kind of an
This is the very beginning,
emergency.
so everyone has time.
Yeah.
But yeah, and what's funny is a pick like this is we're only going to pick the sun side of the vine. So we're going to go in and we're just going to pick one side of the vine, the one that hits the most sun. And then we're going to let the rest of it hang. We're going to water. I asked them to irrigate another 4 hours, so 2 gallons after we pick. And so then that irrigation will allow the rest of the clusters to ripen for another week or so. And then we'll go back in depending on Mother Nature and the weather, go back in like 7 to 12 days and pick the other side of the vine. So it's totally, it's
Shade
very
side.
meticulous growing and winemaking. It's very, very picky,
Oh,
but we're talking about a $185 Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh,
so.
is this Labrie?
No, this is
Exactly.
Vineyard 29 Estate.
Oh, this is 29.
This is Vineyard
Estate.
29.
Mamma mia.
So tell me then, starting this early for the harvest, like so what's that time frame? Like when should you be done with harvest this year?
It's crazy,
compared
yeah.
to-
It's gonna be so quick.
I remember in 15 was the earliest harvest I've ever had. In my first harvest was 98. But
You're going to have a little early vacation.
15 was, we started on August 16th and we're talking about August 6th. So 10 days ahead of the earliest harvest I've ever experienced in my 20 whatever years of doing this.
It's starting
Almost 30 years.
It's being 30 now. It's not
Jeez,
20
Caro.
anymore. It's 30.
Yeah. So this is the earliest harvest ever, and every single person in Napa is telling you the same thing. And Sonoma, actually Russian River, by the way, which is so weird because I have some grapes out there. They're not as early. It's more moderate there. I just discovered that this week. But anyhow, earliest harvest ever.
So it might be a long harvest?
Yeah.
No, it's
I
still
think
gonna be
everything will
short.
be done by
It's a
September
small crop.
30th. Normally everything's done by
So
October
Russian-
30th,
okay.
and I think everything will be done by September 30th this year.
All right. Well, hey, we have fall break middle of October. If y'all
Come for my
wanna
birthday.
find a spot to go
Come for my
to
birthday.
Well,
vacation.
because that's usually Holly's litmus test, right? Is like
Where
how are
we
we
are.
celebrating Holly's
Yeah.
birthday?
Yeah.
Is it in Mexico or is it like what did you say? A quick shot at the vineyard?
It's Mexico this
Switch
year,
over to the
baby.
vineyard. Yeah, right.
Let's go.
We ran
Love
into
it.
Dan Petrowski, who we talked about Boxicon on this podcast, and he was like, I'm going to be done by Labor Day because he only has white wines. And so that's his big joke.
Oh,
is
wow.
He'll be done
Just
by
fly
Labor
through
Day
it.
is the hope. So
That's crazy.
very, very early.
Just a side note, that's one of my new favorites. And I have been buying it up every chance I get and sharing it with everyone else. And I know it's good enough on its own, but I have become a little bit of a spritzaholic. Like
Perfect.
I love it. And all I do is like a little bit of citrus or some fresh herbs, wine, ice, soda water.
It's the best during the summer.
Yeah. I love that we've showed you some new favorites, and the new favorites from the wine experts are not super fancy wines. They're all great, accessible, affordable wines. So that makes me very happy.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense to me in this. What we're trying to share here is you want people to have this playbook of reach for these wines and then use them in a myriad of situations and settings.
Well, you don't
and
just become a professional in one day.
Good is
it was
good.
like
Training.
to become
training.
an excellent winemaker and do what it's like what I did for a living and like
You have to go through the
everything that we've
combine and
gotten
everything.
into in our experience. You got to learn and you have to train and you got to do it. So let's get all this expertise. Let's learn all of this, and then you'll find your palate and where you want to go. And then it's like now I can turn into that, that little higher price wine. I'm not as scared to step into something because I know I'm going to like it. Because I think a lot of
or
young,
even if you don't like it, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter as long as you're learning
just
something.
it
learning.
from
doesn't, but it's like a
don't
lot
have
of
to
young,
like
I
it
think a
all.
lot of young drinker, like a lot of young wine, like they're scared of wine because the price point or whatever. And it's
Yeah,
like,
you don't wanna
gosh,
feel.
I've heard only good wine is, $150 plus. And it's like, no, you can step in. And then like you don't want to buy that $150 until you've like kind of learned what you like.
Yeah.
And then let's dive.
And then
let's build it up. And now
$150
now we're loving all of it.
goes a long way, but it also, if you have $150, and it's better to know where you want to invest that $150. So, and there's a lot of ways
you just want to know what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
It's just like at Lambeau Field. There are great seats all over that stadium, and there's a time and a place. And if it's before December 1st, you're going to find me down in the bowl. And that's the same with, you just want to, what is it? Maybe like
It's a weird comparison.
It's a weird
That's the
comparison,
best
but go
one.
with me in that.
She brings in Lambeau.
In that, I'm just saying there's a time and a place. There's a wine and a price point. Don't be afraid. It all
That's
plays.
what we're trying to help.
It all plays.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Step in, and then let's become a wine athlete and become like an athlete. Train yourself to take it and take it to that elite level.
It's almost like golf. You don't hit your driver every shot.
True. But with wine athletics, it's interesting because
good.
there's the 40 milliliter
Wine
dash.
athletics.
The 40 milliliter
I
dash
love
is
it.
important. And then
Yes.
you have to do the high pour and the long pour. So these are different things. These are different.
Nice.
These are different things that we do.
Out of a Perron, Txakoli out
That's
of
right.
Perron.
That's right.
That's
These are
next
wine
level.
I'm taking
athletics.
notes.
Next level is the proper way to drink Txakoli is out of a Perron, where you
Well, I think Wine Olympics is like something we shall create.
Yep.
We'll
and
explore this,
Yeah.
and I can't wait to
we'll
put
get a festival together.
Holly and Tony Mall in the same spot with a
a Perron.
Tony loves to do it.
Perron.
yeah.
I added a
Loves
D
it.
that doesn't exist there.
We do
A
12
Perron.
foot Perrons
Still
here in the
learning.
valley.
What?
From the balcony, baby.
From the balcony.
That actually,
Don't get it
You've
on
done
my
it from
shirt.
the balcony
That-
at Vineyard 29 for sure. We can recreate that.
with this early harvest, I feel like we've got a lot of space for content.
We do.
So we've got a playbook though, a play here.
Play for your playbook.
For Sauvignon Blanc, the Spottswoode Sauvignon Blanc.
Delicious.
Some of the best evenings of your life happen in places you've been 100 times with people you've known for years.
100%. That was our summer. That defines our summer.
Exactly.
Absolutely defines our summer.
And what defines my summer is what we're going to touch on at this little surprise twist ending for our episode. And we're going to segue to our Kohler call out because it happened for me at the Lodge Kohler in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Wonderful.
For us, Kohler isn't just a brand, it's a part of our story. My dad was an exclusive Kohler dealer, so I grew up knowing their commitment to quality and design.
And for me, I helped open Lodge Kohler in Green Bay, and we've celebrated some of our best memories there, like my 40th birthday at Black Wolf Run.
Kohler, Wisconsin and Kohler properties have always been our favorite places to relax, connect, and of course, enjoy great wine together.
So it feels full circle that Kohler Company, boldly innovating for over 150 years, is now part of Crosby's crew, bringing extraordinary moments to everyday life. Cheers to that.
Okay, so we're back to talk about that Lodge Kohler moment.
hear
First
it.
of all, we usually stay with friends, but this time, first of all, we've been guests a lot this summer, and I think we're decent guests. We do laundry, we take out trash, we buy groceries.
You buy really good hostess gifts.
Solid.
I mean,
I
gifts
am
for
good at
your-
hostess gifts too.
so good.
Mostly because I ask other people what to buy. But this trip to Green Bay, it made a lot of sense to stay at Lodge Kohler, which we are crazy about. Mason helped open it.
I want to go.
You guys haven't seen the Titletown development. It was new since you came. It's really astounding. And Mason and I got pedicures the day of the wedding.
Sophia.
And so I, of course, was a little late running in, and Mason was already there, and I had to laugh. What did they serve you with your pedicure?
I don't remember what.
You should remember. What drink did you have?
Apparently he
Not
had
the
a
two
lot of
drinks
it.
I brought you. I brought him a green smoothie and a vanilla soy milk latte. But what was the thing you can only have in Wisconsin?
Oh,
that
I'm
you
like,
had
I don't
during
know
your
how this
pedicure?
relates to this. Like, you just keep confusing me
It's a
on
beer.
like your
What?
connections.
I
I had a
didn't know.
spotted cow.
He had a spotted cow.
Sure, but I was just like, I'm like, we're talking about wine. Like, I didn't know where
We're
going. I
talking
was like,
about
did
beer
I have
now.
champagne?
We're
What did I
talking
have?
about beer
Okay.
now that
Oh.
you had at breakfast.
Okay.
I remember that
Oh,
beer.
Yeah, I mean,
With
I
your
was
pedicure.
I was getting a pedicure.
That makes
How
sense.
great to me
I don't always have a pedicure at 9 a.m. either.
that moment.
Those are
of
important feet,
he was
especially the
having
right
his
one.
Spotted
Yeah.
cow.
Keep the
Exactly.
Having that spotted cow, getting a pedicure at Lodge Kohler, which we have loved for years and years and years was kind of, to me, that was one of, aside from the rhubarb pie and the Sauvignon Blanc, and I also did really enjoy our time in Napa. I was so proud of that moment. Like, we felt so relaxed.
Mm-hmm. It was good, even though all the kids were there.
They were in our hotel room. They were upstairs.
Yeah, we had all 5 kids in like 2 rooms, just piled in, and we found the moment to relax, right? And that's
It works.
That's what you got
All
to do.
about finding the moment.
And honestly, it felt so good to not be a guest. Our hotel rooms were a mess. The whole thing was kind of a mess, but for that 60 minutes at the Lodge Cooler Spa, which
Love it.
when I lived there, I called it First Fridays. I would go to the spa the first Friday of every month and try and put things back together. And just getting to go back and remember that and be there with you.
Yep, it was
I
nice.
love that place. It's not just bathroom fixtures, ladies and gentlemen. It is pedicures.
I love that.
It's everything. So,
It's everything.
all right, where are we headed
It's
now?
amazing.
It's whiteboard time.
Oh, yeah.
It's whiteboard
This
time.
is so hard for me. This
Yeah.
is like,
This is a
Stop
tough
pushing
one.
that.
I don't know.
You have to.
ay. This is terrible because
I feel like
these
it's
are-
easy.
2 of these are 2 of my favorite wines.
Oh. Did you guys have a question for us?
Oh,
Yep.
Keith, go.
Mason.
Of course you did.
Easy question.
Yes.
How the heck are the Packers going
Okay.
to be this year?
Ooh,
It's an
nothing
easy one. It's a good
controversial.
Question.
Talk to me. What's going to happen? Give me a prediction.
Okay, he's like, let me
Who-
pour some wine.
Yeah, here he's going
Do
to
we
pour
have
some wine.
anything
Yeah,
stronger?
exactly.
He chose the just pink. I don't know if
I'm
that's
trying.
a,
Who's going to
he's
win the
giving himself
division?
some more of both.
How the Packers going to
Perfect.
do? What's your prediction? That's what I want.
Well,
I'll join you in this.
I think they're going to be good. My hope is that Jordan Love, like, they kind of go back. They just unleash him, let him go,
Yeah.
right? Like, LaFleur's saying all the right things. Everything is looking like it's going to be handed off a little more to Jordan Love this year, but they paid their wide receivers. They have the guys in place. Tucker Kraft, like,
Yep.
if they don't light up the scoreboard and get Jordan Love over 4,000 yards, then I feel like they've dropped the ball. But so in my mind, I'm like, if they don't win 12 games this year, then I feel like that was kind of a, like, it's an underachievement of a season.
That's where I think they'll be,
they gotta
about
win
12 yeah,
games,
about 12
win the
games.
division. Honestly, I think they get 13.
Honestly,
like, they
yeah.
can get 13. The end of the season's a little tougher. Micah Parsons not there early, so they have some questions on, like, how are they going to play. But it's like, I do think if they win this division, they have a really good shot to go far in the playoffs, or they should, because I think the NFC North might be one of the toughest divisions in
For sure.
in the NFL, like, again this year.
Yep. Nice.
Because, I mean, Vikings are going to be better. Bears should be.
They'll all be better.
Still
Everybody will
pretty
be good.
I think they're taking Bears will take a little step back, but Lions are going to rebound. So
And even though the Bears don't really deserve to be saying it, I kind of am enjoying the
all right, I'm about to leave.
The super
No.
aggressive
No,
rivalry.
don't. Okay,
All I'm saying is that
don't say anything good about the
the
Bears.
Packers will crush the
About to
Bears.
leave.
The Packers will crush the Bears.
I don't know what's
But
happening right
I
now. This
love-
last few segments,
Wait
I'm
a
not
minute.
I'm not understanding you.
Is she
I
about to say
love-
da Bears?
Oh no.
Never,
Like,
never.
We're not on the. Yeah, I don't know
I
what we're doing
enjoy
here.
that the Bears head coach is like instigating trouble with the Packers. I find it in
I'm going to leave this room.
so that when we
Go Pack,
win,
go.
it's that much better.
Gosh,
It's always go. You don't think it's fun for it to be a contentious rivalry?
No. He wants the Bears to lose all the
We,
time.
we'll win. We'll win.
I love the Bears. I respect the Bears and Packers rivalry.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
I don't respect the Bears.
Bears head coach chirping like you did. No,
I
Mason
think
is
it's
sleeping
just
downstairs
fuel
out
to
of
the fire.
principle tonight.
Yeah.
I am going.
Molly's
Yes,
sleeping downstairs.
Molly's in the. She's in the doghouse.
Molly
tonight.
falls asleep where Molly falls asleep. So
fair.
there's that.
Audrey told me.
it could
Yeah,
be-
you cannot wake her up on a couch for sure. If she falls asleep on a couch watching a movie,
I say goodnight.
she's like angry. I'm like, sweetie,
That's
like
Keith.
like, let me help you get to bed. And she's just like,
I'm
leave
good.
me. Like, why are you
good,
being a
I'm
jerk? And I'm
fine.
like, what? I'm trying
That's
to help
me.
you.
That's Keith.
I'm
not
comfortable.
Me. That's Keith.
You've made a decision. That's where you're going to live from now on.
All right, let's do our favorite wines. What do we got?
Well, wait. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I have a question, Keith.
Yes.
Well, Holly didn't ask one.
I have a
No,
quick one.
Holly has a question for me. I'll make it short.
Yeah, you will.
Oh, sorry.
I have a quick one, and I had another question for you, Molly, but I'm gonna tag team on Keith's. And Audrey actually told me this morning, she's like, I'm so excited. Thursday is our first preseason game. And I was like, wait, you have a soccer game on Thursday? Like, is it away? Is it home? Like, I don't think we're, she's like, no,
Yes.
not my team, like NFL. And I was like,
The Hall of Fame
oh my
game,
God,
yeah.
you make me so crazy. So my quick question for you, obviously, Mason, it's very apparent, and because your radio show and everything, like you obviously continue to follow football. Molly, how much do you follow football now?
She's still critical. She's very
At
critical.
times,
of football.
a little too much.
Okay. I mean, you have kids' sports.
No,
You
she
have
follows
youth
things and
sports,
gets
so.
very, like, she's very pointed and critical of things.
I
sometimes.
don't follow football like we used to.
Okay.
I follow the people that I still care about
love
because
that.
it's very different. Like Lucas Patrick,
Yeah.
we'll watch every one of his games. He'll be on the podcast.
Oren Burks.
He's out there at the Giants.
Giants now.
Yeah, Oren Burks.
Okay, so you watch
Of
your
course,
friends.
Aaron. We watch our friends, and I can totally care about that. Otherwise, I'm not watching football at all.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't do for 4 extra hours in a day.
Apparently, you watch Ben Johnson press conferences, though, which not a fan of.
I mean, I catch sound bites.
Okay.
I thought it was hilarious because you're going to lose, Chicago.
But they didn't.
Spoiler
but they're
alert.
not now.
There's our
which is
soundbite. You're
unfortunate.
gonna lose, Chicago.
They better lose this year, or I will have questions about the Packers.
But when
team.
Mason, I
gonna
listened
be
to
on
Mason's
ESPN
radio
tomorrow.
show.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wife of
You're
Mason
gonna lose,
Crosby.
Chicago.
Controversial.
Hey, that'd be great.
You're
Let's
gonna
get some.
lose, Chicago.
Let's put it out there.
Nothing
That's our
controversial about
soundbite.
that.
That's what we're
Chicago.
There's nothing controversial about that. The record speaks for itself.
man.
But
We're pumping that out. This is going out.
But I will say I listen to Mason's radio show most days, and
Don't start backtracking.
there are times that I will go chat GPT and I will go on a little bit of a rabbit hole of trying to figure out who's going to win the Super Bowl or what I think. But for the most part, I don't care at all.
Okay.
Okay.
Love it.
Noted.
That was a good answer.
This was choosing a wine was very, very difficult because there's two wines here very dear to my heart.
Oh, dang it.
But
There's almost no right answer except for mine.
there's lots of right answers. There are 3 right answers.
I tried them again, and now.
It's hard.
Okay, I'm just gonna go because
right,
we know
Keith,
we're
you
not
go
allowed
first.
to do 2. We gotta.
Uno, dos,
gotta have a
tres.
Wait, we can't do 2? Wait, what did you write, Keith?
Solamente pink.
Solomon. Solamente.
Oh,
I wrote
Only
so
the pink.
fancy.
I wrote
Just
just
pink.
pink. What am I writing?
Rosé for breakfast.
Oh, Spottswoode for lunch.
Spottswoode
I
for
do love
lunch.
that. No, it's smart. I love.
We're
I
on
know
the same
that's what I was
page.
gonna say. I mean, that's why I poured those
Yeah.
again. I'm like, and then when I tried just those 2
Breakfast
together, I'm like,
and nap.
I can't decide.
Yeah.
So we do tie. We go tie, just pink, and Spottswoode. I love
Yeah,
it.
I
It's
agree.
perfect.
I love them both. To me, they both taste delicious. But right now, it's still being summer. Spottswoode transports me to Napa Valley, to beautiful events in Napa Valley, to that beautiful estate in St. Helena. And right now, Just Pink transports me to Agnes.
And
Agnes's-
jumping off rocks in Provence.
Yeah, Agnes's
And swimming to our boat.
kitchen in Julien's mom's beach house in
Holly,
and I can't do anything.
Quick
with that.
question for you, Holly.
Yeah.
How was the topless beach?
I was gonna say how did your bathing suit
It
fare?
was not. So
Were you
turns
both
out
Oh,
It's just all
Something
dudes.
like
It's
that.
just
it
all
was not
old
a
dudes.
topless beach. It's
Not
a
even old,
full
just
nude
dudes.
beach. Full nude.
All nude.
All nudes. We call
We
them
call
the
them the
nudies.
Oh my
nudies.
gosh.
The nudies.
No.
Even the little kids knew that the nudies,
Nice.
you know,
Just all
they kind of
guys?
stay away. They
Was it
hide
all-
in their They
Mostly
hide in little
guys, though?
crevices of the rocks under umbrellas and
Well,
stuff. But
this
they
is-
go down and
It's like that
they get
Euro
wet
Trip
and
movie. Have
into
you seen the
water.
Euro Trip movie?
Is that really coming into
It's just
our
nudies.
podcast?
Totally.
Well,
all
it's the
guys.
exact same movie. It's like it's a
Nudies.
bunch of guys, and then like
Bunch of
the
dudes.
girl comes and they all go chase her.
Well,
And then
like,
there's a
we
girl.
left the
Just
driveway and went
newbies?
out the other way. Like it's a very narrow, windy road to get to the place. And we had come in one way several times, and we left the driveway, and Julien told me to go left. So I went left, and he's like, we started driving a couple minutes, and he's like, "This is where the nudies park." And then I noticed there's all these mopeds and like little cars and stuff.
amazing.
I was like, "Oh, so they park
Nice.
and they walk down to the beach." I get
Because
it now.
what's so amazing about, so even
Love
though
it.
this beach we're talking about was right below their home, in France, you're not allowed to own
You can't
a
be
certain amount
right
of
on the
feet
water.
about the water. So even if
Yeah.
it is in
Oh.
your yard and that is your beach, people
It's
are
public.
allowed there. It is public. So there was never more than 2 people there.
It's
It's
not. And they stay
tiny.
away,
It's
especially
still
when there's kids around. They
very
stay the heck
private.
away from you.
But I do love that about the area too, that you can't build right on the water and have that be private. It's open to everybody. But it is very hard to get to, and it's a little teeny place. So we never saw more than
that
2 or
sounds
3
dangerous.
Yeah.
No,
if
it's
you're
amazing.
if you're a nudie.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
All
it's
right.
amazing. So
Well, as we're closing out summer, we're kind of in the dog days. School's coming back
Next week.
It's August. We want everybody though to still remember, like this last week, it means something, right? Like your last days, this last time. I know.
I was trying to give him the closing lines, and he just shut me down.
he's got it. Wine helps.
And we're
with
enjoying
this.
it.
Makes
We
you
went a
wing
little
it.
long tonight because we're just enjoying our time together because we missed y'all.
Summertime.
But I will give a little closing to run us out of this episode. The dog days of summer don't have to be something we merely survive. They're an invitation to slow down one last time. And if there's one play we'd encourage everyone to run as summer comes to a close, don't rush through August. Find one evening, open a bottle, gather your family and friends, and stay outside just a little longer. So until next time, cheers, and thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining our crew.
Everybody okay?
And watch your heads.
I was trying to get some wine in her glass. Cheers. Cheers, guys. We
Cheers,
love you.
guys.
the wine
Cheers.
wraparound. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Who you share it with.
Well, that's it for this pour. Thanks for spending time with Crosby's crew. If you tried one or all of the wines from today's episode, we want to hear about it. Head to our socials and let us know which one was your favorite and why.
Curious about what we're tasting next? Check the lineup and send us your questions. We'll be answering them in the upcoming episodes. Nothing's too nerdy or too simple. If you're wondering, someone else is probably wondering too.
And hey, before you go, just a reminder that drinking and driving is never okay. Please enjoy wine responsibly. Always have a designated driver lined up before the bottles open and consume in moderation.
Until next time, cheers from the crew.